When you gonna do this one of these days?
Let me do it now.
You can try it.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the She Say, He Say podcast. Glad to see everybody back, ready to go for another episode. I am here with my brother, Andrew Banks.
Hi, guys!
Oh my gosh,
Hey, chill.
you suck.
Chill. That was all right. That was our first time. Clap it up, clap
Exactly,
it
and
up.
I think I did a great job.
If you could just pick a camera, you'd be all right. But
Did I?
you be looking all over the place, man. I got to edit that, man.
Want me to do it again?
No, don't do it again. We already started. Y'all already know I don't cut nothing, man. I don't be cutting
And then
nothing.
I'm your host, Brandy Banks. So
Oh, now she the
I'm
host.
sorry, I'm the host. He's the co-host. No, we're hosting together.
I was about to cut all this off.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
So, what we talking about today?
well, we would like you all to like, subscribe, share with your friends, join us in comments in these conversations. If you have any topics or anything that you would like to talk about, just leave it at the bottom and we'll read them and get back to you guys with another great episode. So today we're going to talk about, it's really no like subject, but an incident that I went through, not really an incident, just
You always got incidents.
a scenario. It's not an incident, a scenario that happened at the school. And it shocked me because I was shocked that this principal just had no idea that this is how families are supposed to be, right? Society has gotten so lost. So anyway, I had to go up to the school. There was an incident that happened at the school with my son. And, you know, he was very emotional, very hyped up, whatever. I walk into the office and he's kind of like slouched down. You know, he's 17, so he's slouched down, mad.
You want to be a thug.
Right. He in his feelings, talking crazy. So we come down there, me and my oldest son, we come down there, and the principal is talking. And he's trying to get the story out from Dallas, trying to figure out, you know, what's going on or whatever. And Dallas is giving him like, you know, he's asking him, Dallas, did this happen? He's like, no, because this happened, blah, 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 blah. Well, in my household, that's not the way we talk. You're not going to keep coming at me like I'm your homie. You're going to talk to me and you're going to have a conversation. So a couple of questions went on. I couldn't take it no more. So I cut the principal off and I was like, excuse me for 1 second. And I was going to take Dallas outside to have this conversation. But I chose to do it there in front of the principal and in front of the other gentleman that was there. And I told Dallas, first of all,
Was the other gentleman involved in the situation?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a kid. It was an adult. So it was two adults, Dallas, me, and
Okay.
Christian. So the first thing I told him very sternly, sit up straight, collect yourself, get yourself together, and you will respect any adult that is speaking to you, right? So you're not going to cut him off anymore. If he's asking you a question, it's yes or no, period. I don't want to hear nothing else. And I mean, Dallas sat up straight, snapped back, ready to go. Yes, no, yes, sir, no, sir, right? So we go through the thing, go through the meeting, and I get a call the next day because they had to do some investigation and see what was going on, whatever. So he calls me back the next day, and the principal tells me everything that's going down. This is the story. All right, cool, got it. But he goes to tell me, he said, listen, Miss Banks, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but the way Dallas reacted to your sternness had me a little fearful. So I was like, fearful? And he's like, yeah, like, is there something going on at home? Is he being abused? So I was like, abused? So I said, no, sir, he's not being abused. I said, matter of fact, he is very spoiled. Hence why he does a lot of this stuff that
While
he
we
does.
in the office.
Right. I said, but the reason why I did that in front of you was because I was now transferring my authority to you. Right? I was giving, if my child is here, he needs to know that when any adult in this school is talking, it's to seem like it's coming from me.
And you threw him the alley-oop, he didn't even catch it, homie.
Exactly. And so I was like, it threw me off because it's like you want the parent to be involved and you want the parent to be able to come in. Now, I come into that school at any given time, right? It's right around the corner. I have no problem. I am very involved in my son's education. So my thing was, is this what the world has come to? That instead of you saying, I appreciate the fact that you checked him and got him in a space where I could actually talk and get my questions out, you thought I'm abusing my son? No, that's just respect between son and mother. I don't have to put my hands on him for him to know I'm not playing with him.
I don't even know if I would use the word. I mean, yeah, you could say respect, but I think that we have lost the fact that I believe, this is my belief, that there should be a healthy fear for authority, whether it comes from the administrators at school or your parents. If you're not scared of authority, now it's kind of crazy to say it like that, but if you ain't scared of something, you ain't gonna respect it. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do something you don't want to do if you're not worried at least about what's gonna be the consequences. Well, if you're not in a way scared of who is gonna be administering the consequences, what I'm scared of. You know what I'm saying? What am I worried about? Why wouldn't I do whatever I want to do? You see what I'm saying? And I think that is why our youth today, I think that's why the next generation they are the way they are, because there's no authority. There is authority. There are people in place to be the authority, but they know that all I got to do is say this or say that, and they got their hands tied. So when you said what you said, in the way that you said it, he probably thought, oh man, she beating this boy. Which, what's wrong with beating the boy? You know what I'm saying? In my mind, you ain't beating the boy enough.
Oh gosh.
But nowadays, a kid could say, oh, my parent hit me, did this or did that, and the parent get in trouble. Whereas that wasn't the case back then. So I think that's what's actually going on, because what he sees now, I don't know how old this dude was, but what he sees on a day-to-day basis is kids running around because they ain't getting beat. There is no consequence to nothing. So when you see a kid that as soon as you say something, they react like, oh shoot, I don't want to get beat, I don't want to get in trouble. Now he like, oh, what's going on? Because that's not
the norm.
It can't be the norm. Looking at how kids act nowadays in public. Now, you might catch some kids at home and they say certain things or whatever, but when we was coming up, what you didn't do was act crazy in public.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that was, and I don't know, and I think that's what's wrong with these kids. And I say it all the time, these kids crazy.
But it was just super weird that he came to me as the parent, and
like
it's
you was
like
gonna snitch on yourself.
Not even that. Okay. Well, first of all, Dallas is too big and too old, right, for me to be going to get some belt. Now, if I got to yoke him up, I will.
If you did what you supposed to do back when he was younger.
He got spanked when he was younger.
That boy ain't never get touched.
He just was not. He was ruthless. Like, them beings did not bother him at all.
Because you ain't let us do it.
Damn right, Mom did it.
Your mom was getting old.
Oh, please.
You ain't let us do it.
You heard that, Mom.
Mom was getting old. You ain't beat him like you used to. Mom used to put it on you, boy.
No, but I'm just like, it was just so weird that the principal was just like, and I'm saying to him, if I do this, if I correct him in front of you, then he now knows that there's accountability, right? He can't go against, he's never going to go against me in that space. So therefore, he definitely ain't going to try, because it makes it worse when you try somebody else. So he wasn't going to disrespect that principal no more in that situation. And I was like, you don't realize that I just made your authority present in his mind for the rest of the school year. He will never talk to you like that again. He will never give you that attitude. And if he does, he knows that there's consequences because now he knows that you and I communicate. He knows that we're on the exact same level. And I think pulling a kid out the room sometimes ain't worth it. Don't. Give that teacher, that person, the authority. That's what it is.
What you want? What type of authority you gonna give the teacher?
No, like you need. I think some of these. Dad used to say this all the time. He was like, "There's sometimes that I speak to you in front of the teacher, so that teacher, and you know that that teacher has the authority. That teacher is like I'm speaking, and you don't have the right to disrespect, be rude. You know, you talk to her like you would talk to me. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was Dallas back in the day. Like I was rude, disrespectful, whatever. But you have to relinquish authority. And what we're doing is, I'm the parent, so I have authority in my house. But when they go out here, they don't see authority like that, right? So now you got and you gotta remember, there are parents that are jumping in teachers' faces, going off about certain things. So that's what they seeing. Just like, you see the Kevin Hart thing when he was talking about how his mother told the teacher,
oh yeah,
mind your damn business. So, and you see how bold he was, like, Mom, you really want me to say that? Because she relinquished her authority to him. So he felt like, my mother got my back, I can say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? So he did that. And then when the mother found out what he said, he got his butt whooped for saying extra. But you have to relinquish the authority to these teachers. If that guy told me, like, don't interrupt me, I'm talking to him, and I jump on that guy, Dallas is now looking at me like, get him, Mom. Yeah, Mom. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like the problem lies deeper into the situation. It's before. I shouldn't have to jump on you. First of all, I shouldn't have to jump on you in public in the first place. I ain't nobody daddy, but that's just me. But I shouldn't have to jump on you in front of somebody to relinquish authority to another person.
But sometimes you have to.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, I ain't nobody daddy. But for me, it's like as soon as you walk out this house, if there's a adult figure, if there's somebody who is older than you, you respect them just like you respect me.
Yeah, but I think like in instances where your emotions are at a high, your adrenaline is pumping, you've been in a fight, whatever. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care who around me. You of all people know.
Hey, bro, don't put my business out there.
You of all people should know. You see no one until you have calmed down to that level. So I get where Dallas was coming from. I just needed to check him for him to understand this ain't your group of your circle of friends. These are adults, and we're going to treat that as such. And you will respect them regardless of how you feel about them. You'll respect them. So I get sometimes, and I mean, and me being a parent, I'm always going to look at it from where I used to be. Because I know how angry I used to get if I was fighting or I was, you know what I'm saying, or emotional.
So I guess what you're trying to figure out is, why do people think that?
But why did it have to be? Why am I abusing my child if I'm correcting my child?
It was the way you did it. Like people probably don't talk to their kids like that no more.
That's
What I see is, honestly, it's a lot of people walking around asking their kids what they want to do. And do you feel like doing this? Or can you do this, please? Like, bruh,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm scared to have a kid. I'm scared that I might go to jail.
Oh my God.
Honestly, because it's stuff that, I might change how I was brought up, you know, some things, but it's going to be some authority. It's going to be some whoopings being handed out.
Yeah, right. Have a girl. We'll see how that goes.
Especially a girl.
No. You say that now. Men are soft as cookies when they have girls.
We know what type of dudes you talk to.
Yeah, right. Dad was like that.
And look, that's
and
your
that's
problem.
why, watch. Let's see. The test will come when Mo has this baby.
I don't think so. I think Mo...
He is going to be soft as beans.
I agree. I think he is. I think if I'm soft as beans, if I have a girl, then yeah, then y'all can say dudes are whatever. Cause I ain't playing that, man. I don't play that.
Yeah, all right.
I don't play that.
I can't wait. I can't. It's so crazy when y'all be talking. None of y'all have no kids, but y'all just got all the answers.
I'm gonna go have a kid, man. I'm gonna go have a kid.
Well, hurry up, so I can have this. Make sure it's a girl. So I can have this little girl. But no, I ask my kids, like especially now that they're older. I don't really. Technically, I don't ask. I do it out of politeness. They know what I mean. But like with the blinds, right? I go to bed before they go to sleep. So I'll text them and be like, hey, can somebody go downstairs and close the blinds for me? Right? That's just me being polite. Now, they know, I mean, one of y'all better go downstairs and close those blinds.
Why the blinds gotta be closed?
Because it gets dark and you can see through my house. Like when it's dark outside, you can see straight through.
You not on... All right, go ahead. All right, so they go downstairs.
So they go downstairs and they close it. Now, if I ask, hey, did anybody close the blinds? And they like, no. Then now I'm like, go downstairs and close the blinds. But most of the time, I'm very respectful. I just don't think that we need to... I never liked being treated like a slave. And I ain't saying I was
You was not treated like
But
a slave.
I don't like the way kids are treated back then.
That's the problem.
But I don't like it, though.
That's why you was in the office in the first place.
I gotta get up. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And
it teaches you respect. Like, yeah, you the youngest. Yeah, you gotta get up, homie.
But I don't think that parents heard their kids because their kids weren't able to open up to them. I think I have a very open relationship with my kids.
Yeah, you gotta open.
And I like it though. I like the fact that my kids will come and say whatever.
Yeah, you want to have that space, but you don't want. I feel like I don't want my kids to feel like, oh yeah, I can debate with you with my opinion because my opinion. No, bruh.
No, I don't think you need debating. No, I'm talking about like having a conversation. Like, hey, mom, I don't think I should have to do the trash every time. I think Christians should pick up. We should be able to shift every other week. All right, let me think about that. Like, if you ever watched The Cosby Show, they used to do a lot of that. Like, the kids could come to them and they would read over it.
And how many times did they also say, because I said so?
Yeah, some things is because I said so.
We've lost that.
No.
In society, yes.
No, because like,
How many times have you heard a kid in public say, I don't want to do whatever it is you told me to do? I don't want to do it. That was not a thing. You didn't say what you wanted or didn't want to do.
Yeah, that's true. Not, and especially not in our culture, though.
And then, yeah, no, white people, they do whatever. That's a whole different beast. But then, how many times have you heard somebody tell their kid to do something? They say they didn't want to do it, and they tell them to do it again, and they go back and forth about it. Like, that's not that.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think that is.
Well, that is what you essentially are saying.
I'm not saying no. In the right forum, we can have a conversation. If I am telling you to do something, like the biggest thing for, all right, New Year's. I had a very traumatic New Year's one year. I was young, stupid, went out with some friends. Somebody got the shooting. Person died, right? I saw this.
All right.
So I am terrified for my kids to go out on New Year's.
Okay.
What I do is, I'm like, okay, we're going to do movie night. I'm going to cook a big dinner. We're going to have popcorn, this, that, and the third. And we're just going to watch movies all night. And then when New Year's comes, we're going to watch the ball drop. And we're going to toast, right? That's what we did for years. My kids hate that. They hated it, especially Christian, as he got old enough. I mean, he was driving. So it was like, can I go to this party? Can I go to that party? But in my mind, it's like, it's drunk drivers out there. It's shooting out there. Like, I just don't want you out there. For safety first. So for me, just give me that peace of mind. Don't go out there tonight. I just don't have a good feeling. Don't go out there tonight. Because he respects me, we don't go back and forth like, Mom, well, why can't I go? It's, I said what I said, and that's it.
No, but you also explained the situation. So,
no, but the first couple of times I did not. And then I broke it down as to why. Because it was like, he came to me and he was like, why do we always have to sit in here for New Year's? Like, he was miserable one time. And I could see it on their faces. Now we do the cruises on New Year's, which they love. Right? So I had to figure out, you had fun. You had fun. Don't fake. And you got a lot of content. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So at the end of the day, yes, I do explain why I feel the way I feel, because I don't like the whole because I said so and I leave it like that. In that moment, it is dark. That's just like a kid crossing the street. We're not about to debate. You're getting ready to cross the street and get hit by a car. I said don't go. Period. There is no questions, but you can come back and ask me later, well, Mom, why you say I couldn't go across the street?
That's perfectly fine. I'm saying in the moment, people are going back and forth with their kids.
Right, and I don't agree with that, like, at all. And the fact that this principal thought that I was abusing that just blew my mind. And then after I explained to him, he was like, wow, I wish we had more parents like you. Because I was like, no, I don't even raise a hand to my child. I really don't.
Mistake number one.
No, but because he knows I'm not playing with him, he straightens up, he figures it out, and it's like, okay, I don't want to be punished. I don't want to be, whatever. So, but again, the shocker for me was that was the first thing he came to. Not, wow, like this mother, and I'm a single mother. Been a single mother all these years.
And he probably like, how does she have that type of
control?
Yeah, and nowadays, but abuse to him probably isn't what we would call abuse.
But that's what I'm saying. Just for you to say abuse, period. Like, for you to think that.
Well, his definition of abuse.
But in that moment, you were more concerned, or
about his safety,
afraid of him than you were about me correcting and making sure he was being respectful to you. How are you afraid? I'm telling him to sit up straight. Now, I will say the principal was a white guy and the other guy was a black guy.
Man, you should have led with that, man.
But hold on. So the black guy goes, he pulled me to the side as I walked out, which was crazy. That's why I was like shocked that I got the phone call. But the black guy walked out and he was like, yo, like, I gotta commend you. Like, that was great. He said it brought me back to when my mama, if my mama said something or whatever. But it was like, again,
no
abuse.
No, guys, y'all please tell me in the comments. She should have said the principal was a white guy and this is what he said. I am not surprised that happened no more. You just said in our culture is one way, in the other culture it's another way. Well, it's white and it's black. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I was still shocked that a white principal.
What is wrong with you? Why?
Because
more the people that you see cursing out their parents and all that, they little white kids running around. His kids probably cuss him out, and he probably sitting there thinking, oh man, she beating that boy. That boy too big. Ain't nowhere in the world she just talk to him. She must be doing something to that boy. No, bruh.
That's crazy.
That's their culture. Their culture is like that. You made us go through this whole thing and dude was white the whole time.
The whole time.
I knew what the problem was if he was white. I ain't got nothing against white people. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Respect, 100%, like and share. But that's the core of that whole situation right there. In his mind and his probably the way he grew up, how he treat his kids, is like that. He don't do that. Oh man, she talked to him like that. She must be beating that boy.
To be in a school setting in that environment where you are dealing with black children.
He ain't black, bruh.
But still, why would that be the first thing you think that I'm doing to my son?
Listen.
So respect means abuse?
Nope. He ain't black, right? He don't know what it means to be black. So you asking why is that the first thing that he thought? You don't have the answer to that either, because you ain't white.
Well, that's true. I was just blown away. Like, I literally was blown away. Because nobody's ever told me that. And honestly, like, I know there was one teacher at his school. He used to be on his phone all the time. All the time. And
You
this,
know why? Because you ain't putting hands on that.
no, so one day, I didn't know. The teacher wasn't calling me or nothing. So she called me and she said, Miss Banks, Dallas has been on his phone like all day. I told him numerous times, get off the phone, put your phone away. He pulls it back out, whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I went up to that school and I snatched that phone. Now, this day and age, the stuff that they do outside of school and all of that stuff, or the fact that they've had many bomb threats and gun threats and all of that stuff, I do want him to be able to communicate. So, no, you're not going to get the phone back. So I went to CVS and I got me a phone. I got a track phone. And the guy was like, I said, I want this one right here, $20. He said, you don't want the smartphone? I said, no, give me that flip phone. He walked around school for at least 2 months with a flip phone. And the sad part about it was he would text me and I would answer. And then it would take him like forever to text me back. So I was like, what's up? And he was like, it takes too long to text on this. Because he wasn't used to it. But my thing was, you're not going to use this phone. You ain't even going to pull it out. You so embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to use this phone. And he didn't. And then when he eventually got it and got the point, now you can have your phone back. I still got that track phone. With minutes and everything.
And the white principal, was the teacher white?
Yeah. And she told that principal, she was like, all you got to do is call his mother. She be here. I done been up there a few times, and I will snatch a phone, a bag. I don't care what it is.
See, I was scared of my teachers.
But these teachers are soft.
Because
but that's the parents coming up there arguing with them too. The kids fighting a teacher. The parents scared of the kids.
And everything that the teachers do that can get them fired and all that. And now it's just free for all out there.
Yeah, like they don't kids even get in the middle of this stuff ever.
Kids do what they want to do, and parents it's
sad. It's really sad. But
it's not sad. It's disgusting. If you out here and you letting your kids just do what they want to do, and you always on their side, even though your kid's wrong, that's just sad.
That's where entitlement and all this, the spoiledness comes from. Like they feel like
from what?
Everything is going. There's no discipline.
But where you think that's gonna get your kid?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to get them anywhere because they can't go on a job and feel like, oh, well, I deserve a raise, so I'm supposed to get it today. No, you're not. And they can't deal with disappointment. They can't deal with rejection. They can't deal with any of that stuff.
Because they ain't never been rejected.
Like, and it's so crazy. And I can't wait till we get Dr. Trina on here, the therapist. I'm excited to do that. But it is so many young people out here that, we back in the day, you like a girl, like a guy, you 12, 13 years old, you like them, all right, and then all of a sudden, she break your heart or he break your heart, you keep it moving. Yeah, I'm hurt for a couple of days, but I keep moving. These people are trying to kill themselves. I'm going to die without, you know what I'm saying? They killing each other.
And there you go. Because they don't know how to deal with rejection. Because their parents ain't never rejected them. Everything is, oh, what you want, baby? I'm going to give you. No, bruh.
And don't get me wrong. I am a parent where I wanted to give my kids what I didn't have. My parents wanted to give us what they didn't have, so forth,
gotta have limits.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Gotta have limits.
Because I have watched, even as a teenager, I watched Dallas, like, not tantrums, but he would drive me crazy thinking that he could wear me down to get what he wants. And that's no.
That's a temper tantrum.
No,
you don't want to say that your kid had a temper tantrum. But
no, because I feel like the tension is when you fall out on the floor and you whining and crying or whatever. This right here was, Mom, can I get the game back? Mom, can I get the game back? Mom, I ain't got nothing to do.
You know what a backhand is?
I do, and so does he. But at the end of the day, is what I'm saying is he tries, and I used to do that too. I used to try to wear Dad down. I could wear Mom down. I couldn't wear Dad down. And Dad would be like, you ask me one more time, the answer is no, forever. So that stopped it. You know what I mean? But Dallas tries me like that.
And
now I'm falling into it. He still ain't got a game. And ain't going to get his game. But I'm just saying, it's okay to say no. It's okay not to give them, Like Christmases, yeah, they grown. These kids grown. I'm not feeling that tree. Back in the day, you could fill the tree with, you could take $100 and fill a tree, because they were kids. But now shoes $500, clothes $500. This boy wants some Balenciagas, $1,000. You out your mind to even think I'm going to pay $1,000 for some shoes.
I ain't never even heard of that.
Balenciagas?
Never heard of that.
Really? Clark, he needs your help.
I thought he said Bellagio, the hotel.
No, Balenciagas, I don't even like them. They're like these really, I'm going to show him a picture of them. They're these thick, weird looking tennis shoes or whatever.
Yeah, no.
They look like old people shoes. But because they got the name, everybody want them. But anyway, but I know people, honestly, friends of mine, where their kids have these shoes.
It's a sad
Your kid driving a car that's better than mine. The kid car note is higher than your car note. That's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. And what it's doing is setting a precedent, so when they do want something, you can't go and get them a Honda no more. You can't go and get them Nikes no more.
I mean, you can do it. It's just going to be hard for you to do it.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not. Now you wonder why they seem so ungrateful. Because they're not going to be able to do that on their own. Ain't nobody coming out the house straight out of college. And, I mean, maybe you could. For those that are blessed, be blessed. But there's some people that can't walk out the door out of college and go and jump into a Jaguar. You understand what I'm saying? But your kid's getting this. One girl looked at a whole Benz. It was online. Had her father bought her a Benz truck. A BMW. Brand spanking new. She said, I don't want this. You know what she said she wanted? A Tesla. She had a BMW SUV. Brand new off the lot. She was so angry because she wanted a Tesla. Now look at Teslas. Running into stuff on their own. And her father was like, I can't afford the Tesla. My first car was a Geo Tracker. Go look it up. Go look it up.
That thing was so unsafe.
That red Tonka truck.
Yeah, that thing was so unsafe.
The wind blew and it blew the truck completely with it.
Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Because, I mean, I can't really say that because I ain't got no kids. So whatever I say, if I step down on y'all going to be like, but I can speak to it from somebody who walks around in this world and sees kids in the street and in public. Y'all kids crazy, bruh. And it ain't your kids' fault, it's their fault. So that's, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with disciplining your kids. There's nothing wrong with your kids having limitations. There's nothing wrong with your kids having consequences. And at the end of the day, it's gonna make the world a better place. Because right now, y'all effing the world up. So
yeah, it's out of control. And it's this lady online. It's this black lady, and older lady. And she goes through, like, the school board scared of this person scared of that person. She said, and then the parents scared of the kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody.
And that's completely wrong.
Sad. It is sad. Everybody's scared of something but the kids. I was like, this is insane. But I like the way how she put it, though.
Because I was scared to death when I was a kid, boy. I was, man, I ain't want. Let Mom come up to that school. If Mom had to come up to that school, bro, that was issues. Yeah, so,
I mean, we gotta pull together, because at the point that...
No, we ain't gotta pull together.
I mean,
you gotta do your own part.
But you know what? But that's another thing, though. A village used to raise these children.
Well, people don't want that now. You went through that a little bit. You ain't really let us touch dollars like that. You ain't let when the lions bring the cub back to the pride. You ain't really let the older lions get to them like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really have a choice in some points, but a lot of people, they don't want that because, oh, my kid this, or what they telling him this.
But I'm not even saying that. I remember Miss Hanbury.
Okay.
Like she ain't play with us. She was the sweetest woman in the world.
Because mom and dad let them have that authority.
Because they relinquished the authority in front of us that she had that. Sometimes you have to do it in front of the child and know that this ain't no joke. But I just remember our whole neighborhood. If they told us, Brady, stop doing that, we stop.
That's because we respect older people.
Yeah.
People don't respect older. Like, I ain't never said a bad word in front of nobody older until they said a bad word in front of me.
No, you did.
No, I didn't.
Christmas.
That was a long time ago, bro. And everybody there, I didn't heard say a bad word. Everybody there. That was a mistake.
Oh, you were frustrated.
I was frustrated. I was drinking, and I wasn't driving. So.
Oh my gosh,
It was
hilarious.
But yeah, man. So listen, take care of your kids, man. Take care of your kids. Like Bernie Mac said, man, you got some people don't be doing anything with these kids, man. You gotta do your thing with the kids, man. You gotta take pride in raising your kids, cause they're gonna go out here, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. But they're gonna run around here, and somebody gonna hurt these kids, cause eventually they're gonna be adults. And if you don't raise them, the streets gonna raise them, or they're gonna get smacked in the face. Or you can only hope that when they do get that lesson that they need, that it ain't deadly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't they locked up for this time.
Or they can actually see it and turn their lives around.
Yeah. So either you do it or the world gonna do it 100%. You know what I'm saying? And the world is undefeated out here.
You got that right.
So yeah, man. Y'all like, subscribe. Oh no, you the host. Oh Lord.
I did the beginning.
Hey man, y'all like, subscribe, man. Share this with y'all friends, man. We appreciate y'all. We see y'all next time, man.
Bye, guys.